S rated for spoilers and some language. We will spoil some, if not everything we talk about here on A rated. In addition, on A rated, some language will not be suitable for younger audiences. Without further ado, welcome to A rated. Alright, let's talk plastic memories. Welcome to A Rated Show, where we talk about all things anime. I'm your host, Randy. And on our show today, we have my co host, Andrew.
Sup?
We have Kuro.
Hey guys.
And last, and always least, we have Mr. Gerber.
Sup?
I'm just kidding, Gary. I love you. But not really. But anyways,
No homo.
let's get us started. Alright. So, Plastic Memories. It's a spring anime original of 2015. So, spring 2015 anime original. Mix that up with whatever. It has ran for 13 episodes. Air date started in April 5th, 2015 to June 28th, 2015. And so, let's get into it, guys. Plastic Memories. Main
Okay, so-
character, androids. What do we got?
Okay, so the basic plot is the main character falls in love with a Giftia, and Giftias are androids in this universe that they're very human-like. Honestly, if you just watched it without knowing what a Giftia was, you would think they were just human. The catch is Giftias only last for 9 years and 4 months, so I think people kind of get where this is going.
Otherwise known as 81,290 hours.
You had to say
Yeah, to say
Of course
that.
I had to say that, man. Of course. But yeah, anything else you want to inform the viewers? Basically, the main guy, he basically finds a job to retrieve the Giftias that are basically running out of time. And he's doing that with his partner Giftia, whom he falls in love with right at the beginning of the show, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Yes.
At the very beginning.
Because, man, tears are fully stacked with main girl. But anyways, yeah, that's basically it, man.
And also I want to add in like also in the beginning of the show they hint that she is about to run out of time also. So you already know
Yeah.
that it's gonna be a
yeah,
tragic
the
romance.
synopsis gives that away.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a tragic romance.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it wasn't that tragic. It
Wasn't that.
It wasn't that tragic.
Dude, I had tears.
It wasn't a tragic romance, though. I mean, it was just...
You knew it was coming. I'll just say that.
Okay,
Yeah.
we knew it was coming. Tragedy will strike. And it has struck in this anime, but it wasn't a full-on tragedy. It had a nice, happy ending.
It was.
It wasn't like Romeo and Juliet level like you're talking about.
No, it was.
But,
Could have been.
nah. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think with recent Japanese animes for romantic tragedies, is that they tend to have that message of even after death or separation that it's not all bleak, that there's still other things, that other people around them, and Plastic Memories is one of those. So it's not, like you said, not a full-on tragedy.
Yeah, I don't think it's a full-on tragedy. I mean, I didn't think the ending was like... Okay, it was sad, but I felt that it was like a happy ending at the same time. Like,
Yeah, it's I guess you could say bittersweet.
yeah, something like that.
Bittersweet. I mean, you saw him; he was able to move on.
Yeah.
It
Honest,
would've-
yeah.
It would have been a tragedy had he not been able to move on.
Yeah.
Or if it was the alternative and he didn't allow her to rest and he ran away with her. It could have ended up that way too.
He would have died.
Yeah,
he would have died.
Yeah.
In that case,
Chose the bad
according,
That would be the bad ending.
according to what the universe entails to us, he would have died if he kept.
So what happens to Gifty is if after 9 years.
So
and 4
basically,
months-
what happens after they run out of their 81,290 hours is that they start to lose their memory because Giftias, they're androids that have like what they call synthetic souls. Basically, what they mean is they have like this complex AI that gives them human emotions and human like functions and stuff like that. So they eat, they sleep, they go use the number 2 and stuff like that.
But
They
not
have
number 1.
emotions, and the thing is, they only last for like 9 years and plus change. So it's like once they run out of time, it's GG. We gotta go retrieve them. And then you got some people who they grow so attached to their Giftia that they're like, no, I don't want them to retrieve my Giftia, so I'm gonna try to run away with them and live life with them forever. But
Well, honestly, I felt like the story for Plastic Memories didn't focus too much on that aspect. I felt like they had that plot point to keep the main character from, running off with this girl.
But I mean, essentially, Giftias, what happens is they become zombies that are really, really damn strong, and you don't want that.
Ghouls, man, they become Tokyo ghouls.
Okay, shut up. We already did that.
Yeah.
And we're probably gonna do it again, but whatever. Anyways, but yeah, you're right. I think with what you said about the actual story of Plastic Memories is that they don't really develop the world as much as they do the characters inside this universe.
I feel like they have the potential though. They have. I feel like they were exploring into things that weren't necessary for I guess a slice of life romance. It wasn't necessary, but they go into these cookies of Plastic Memories, which I think they could have done more about, but they didn't. Maybe a sequel.
More stuff that I would personally like. I know Sue would personally like.
I would like that too.
Yeah, we can go more into that.
We'll
would like later on.
Later.
Actually, I don't have anything else to say about that.
Well, also I want to add in they have 3 methods of retrieving the Giftias. Pretty much, the first method is they would rewrite the operating system for them, and they get to keep the unit. So the body stays the same, and they just reformat the operating system. So then the Giftia just loses all their memories.
They still have to.
No, those aren't ways to retrieve.
Yeah. Those are just
those
options
are options that the clients have.
Yeah.
In case they don't want to.
They have
want
to
another.
They have to.
Yeah, they have to retrieve them, and they have to do one of the 3 methods. So I have to correct myself. I'm sorry. But then I forgot what the second one was.
Okay, so the first one is you said, give them a new OS, which basically gives them a new soul, so they're a completely new person, but they're still the same body. I forget what the second one is.
Give them a straight up new Giftia.
Yeah, give them a straight up new Giftia for 30% off. And there's a third one.
The third one was they get to keep they get to retrieve the memories or whatever, and then they don't.
No.
They always retrieve.
No, I think they just take them away straight up.
No, they just.
Well, I thought they give them to the client for closure.
No, that they always.
No, because the thing is with the memories, they don't get to retrieve the memories because the memories are already gone.
It's like your cable subscription for 6 months, right? It's like, would you still like to subscribe? It's like, no, I don't like.
Well, the reason why
CenturyLink anymore.
But the reason why they retrieve them is confidential information that they get.
No,
I mean that's
not only
that's a part of the job. That's not one of the options.
They have to retrieve them because these things go berserk after 9 years, anyways.
Yeah.
9 months.
But it's the client has 3 choices. It's like
it's 3.
You could just get the same one, you get a new one, or you don't have to get the service at all.
Yeah,
that's just
it. That should be the 3 options. It makes more sense.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
But yeah.
All right, so I don't know why'd you bring that up.
Well, I thought it was kind of a key point.
I mean, no.
Did you want to talk about it?
The thing about that's the thing. That's the thing about this universe is that the premise really drags down what the actual story is, and this anime doesn't thrive on its premise. It thrives on its stories with the 2 main characters. Yeah, exactly. And
which I felt like was dragging it down.
Yeah, most of the premise doesn't really even matter since you're more developing your characters anyways to get to this stage from being this awkward pair into your main OTP. You know what I'm saying?
OTP.
Basically.
I liked how Ilo had she first had life in her character, and then she she loses her first partner because her first partner abandons her.
Yeah, she abandons her.
Wait, are you talking about
Kazuki?
In the universe's storyline, or are you talking about from
the character?
I'm talking about the character's change of Isla. I'm talking about Isla.
Well, I mean,
I liked how she changed because she was very cold and she was very android robotic. When you saw her in the beginning, it's like you thought, oh wow, that's an android kind of thing, because they don't have any feelings or anything like that. And she eventually started warming up to
Tsukasa.
Yeah, she started warming up to him and just she started developing feelings and she started becoming human-like. And I was like, oh, this is really that's what drawed me to the.
Wasn't she the
personally.
only cold?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. All the other Giftias had character.
Yeah.
She was the only one that was you know, that you know, plain face. She didn't smile. She even there's moments where she would force herself to, like, you know, oh, I'm gonna try smiling.
Well, she talks like a robot too.
Yeah, and she talked like a robot. Error.
But I mean, that's the thing, though. It's like, that's why we were saying, what I'm trying to say is the premise really drags down the story, and like, it kind of tugs both ways, tugs it too much. I don't know.
So the main story focuses only on the two main
Yeah,
characters.
Tsukasa and
their
Isla,
love,
essentially.
and
Essentially, that's what this is about.
because of the
And-
rules
and
of the
this-
universe.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, the premise is actually cool, but they don't really delve into it as much as I would like them to,
Yeah.
you know? But the story was nice. I'm not gonna lie. It was
okay.
It was,
Well,
it was
they
nice.
don't-
It was an enjoyable watch. It was really.
I'm saying it's nice. I'm not saying whether it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's a nice
See,
story.
I'm all for a slice of life and romance animes, as you guys know, but it's really down to execution. And I mean, you can almost kind of split up Plastic Memories into 4 different arcs, and I wrote it down as intro episode, Marcia's arc, confession arc, and relationship arc. And
Yeah,
That's good.
That's
good.
accurate.
That's
That's
good.
really
in
accurate.
the intro episode, one of three episodes,
They
take.
give you the world.
Yeah,
Right?
well,
They give you
I
the universe
do they?
world.
I swear.
Yeah, I
they
mean,
do.
they go around
Yeah.
the. That's well. The first half was like they give you the world because they delve into the Marcy arc, but Marcy arc is like.
It's after that.
Well, the introduction arc was just introducing
his
the main
job.
guy. Yeah, what he has to do, and introduces Isla.
Isla, and then
Those are like the first couple episodes.
Yes.
the Marcia arc was actually like the interesting part of the story because
yeah.
it felt like it was going into
the comedy route as well.
No,
No,
the
the Marcia arc.
I know.
That was not a
like,
comedy. Right?
No, I like the episode 4 where there's like a ton of comedy with her.
well, we are gonna get Plastic Memories, a slice of life. You're gonna get some comedy.
Yeah, no,
anywhere
you'll
in the
get that.
story.
You'll get that.
But in the Marcia arc, it did something that none of the other arcs in this anime did, and it had kind of tension. You know, it had action in it, which is kind of weird.
Action,
It's not.
tension. You got kind of the thrills.
It showed the dark side
Yeah.
of the world.
Yeah. But right after the Marcia arc, it goes back to what it was at the beginning, where it's just
It was
slice of
that
life,
was yeah.
comedy.
Basically, I feel like that
romance.
third arc, right? That third arc where the confession arc is basically like Tsukasa's. Let's see, how am I trying to word this? It's his like, he's trying to conquer his goal. You know what I'm saying?
I know what
well,
you're saying, but-
it's
Yeah.
well, it's like what you were saying before, though, that the synopsis is dragging down the potential of the entire story.
Because you know what's gonna happen.
Because yeah, it's basically his.
Well, not only that, it's because they drop some of the other plot points that they could explore, such as in the Marcia
Yeah,
arc.
I mean, in the Marcia arc, honestly, after they get done with that, you don't. I feel like Tsukasa did not feel any remorse
Yeah.
in the later episodes. Like he completely forgot about it.
yeah.
That's almost how it felt like to me. And basically, he goes back to just trying to
No,
get Isla to like him.
no, I feel like he still knows, like, deep down. And
I
he
mean,
just hides
no.
it.
That's the thing, though. Maybe he knows, but then the audience doesn't know that.
Yeah, because they don't portray it.
They don't
Well-
portray it all in the next couple episodes. All it is just
No,
Tsukasa
but-
trying to get with Isla.
Yeah, but you hear a point where what was it? Marcy says like you know, maybe he's smiling because he's sad. You know, and so that's why because Isla's like, oh, he's always smiling. You know, how can he always be smiling and everything? She's like, maybe he smiles so much because he's the saddest or something like that.
No, well,
And that to me that was a huge hint. And then you see it later on. He's smiling a lot, and he's trying to. Be
well,
happy.
Garrett, our problem isn't that the concept isn't there. It's the execution of it. They drop execution for the darker tone for which
I agree with that.
Marcia's arc introduced action and the tension of having the black market and stuff.
I feel like it was less focused, which is unfortunate, but I feel like they still know it's there, but it's kind of like in the back of the mind, like.
well,
I mean,
yeah.
you're saying
Once you
this again.
see something,
Yeah.
you can't
Garrett,
unsee it.
Garrett,
you
you're
can't
saying
unsee
that
it.
again. The characters know that, but when I watch it, I don't know that. It's like, for me, when I was watching it, after that arc got done and they just moved on with their regular lives, I was like, wait, did the Marcia arc basically not happen after this? That's how I felt like watching this. And that's the issue, is that he doesn't dwell on it in the later episodes at all. Sure, you could go and say that, yeah, he smiled because he's sad, but I guess that's the one piece he could take out of it. But other than that, he doesn't dwell on the fact that
That's
he basically
connecting what Marcy to him, but not him back to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. That's the issue I have.
That's the issue.
He doesn't dwell on it, which at that point as a character, I think that point when he had to basically kill Marcia with a gun should have been a moment that changed him for the rest of the
Yeah.
anime, and it doesn't.
It doesn't. It goes back to what it was before, a lighthearted slice of life romance anime.
Yeah, it was like basically that arc didn't have to happen at all,
Yeah,
and it was actually a good arc.
and
like,
yeah,
That
it
was a
was
good
my
arc,
favorite
because
arc.
it tore at him too. It tore. I saw the torment that he
Yeah.
had. He had to shoot that
See,
guy.
you see my problem now?
Yeah, I
yeah,
can
yeah.
see it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know how they talk about like Spotter and Marksman. That sounded really cool, and they go into it with the Marcian arc
Yeah.
because they introduced that part in the introduction arc,
Yeah, right in the first
Yeah.
episode.
and then right after that they dropped it. So it's just a way to say that these two people are the same occupation. They fall in love with each other. They could have done that for pretty much anything. Two office workers
Yeah,
fall in love with
basically,
each other.
Yeah.
I agree that it could have been executed a little bit better. On
I think it
some of the
definitely
plot.
in the context that they were only allowed 12 to 13 episodes, and they had to tell this story. What did you think about it?
Not to mention the director has not directed too much, right? If you guys looked that up.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Sue did.
Yeah.
Kuro did.
I mean, or yeah, you can continue.
Pull that
with
out, Sue.
He directed GJ Club. That's the only other one.
Mm.
He has worked on other stuff, but he
Yeah,
wasn't
but I
the
mean,
director
yeah,
for
this
that.
is so.
Or like think of like another anime original where they only had 12 or 13 episodes and it was really good. It's hard, right?
Yeah,
You can't
it's
think of one.
Really difficult.
It's easier if you double that
Yeah.
to 24 episodes or whatever.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
Triage.
But
Although-
Triage is an adaptation, not original. There's a
Although
difference.
I would like to say that even though it's difficult to think of an actual good 13 episode original anime, I feel like Plastic Memories might be subpar compared to some of those.
That's
others.
because it's not doesn't like Andrew said, doesn't have the 24 episodes. Like they had to tell a story, and it would not have made sense if they focused on the black market and the darker
I mean,
attribute.
I think for us, we always ask more from an anime. Like
Yeah.
when we were
That's
talking about
true.
Danmachi
Yeah,
or whatever.
honestly, we
we're like,
always ask
we
more.
want more or whatever. I like think of some anime original series that were like 24-ish episodes. Like there's
Berserk.
Psychopaths is
Berserk.
original.
Or Berserk.
Yeah, Psychopaths.
I know
it's not
Darker
an
Than Black.
adaptation. DTB, Psychopaths.
Yeah, and then when they had Psychopaths and DTB season 1 had 24-ish episodes, right?
Mhm.
While season 2 of both series had half of that, and season 2 of both series were nowhere near as good as season 1.
That's true. That's true.
And maybe Plastic Memories was double the episodes, and they delved more into
Like the
the
world.
second
yeah.
arc. Yeah. If
Quite
the second
possibly,
arc
yeah.
literally lasted half the entire thing.
I think it'd be awesome if
Yeah.
they did that.
Well, I feel like if they did do that, they'd almost have some. I think they might actually go up to maybe. Honestly, I wish things would go up to 3 seasons. To be honest, that's
36 episodes.
Yeah, I think.
Man,
36
this ain't no
No.
Durara.
No.
Get out of here.
I think.
They don't do that.
I know.
Rarely do they
Yeah,
do
I
that.
know. A lot of animes don't do that. I feel like they should maybe look into that. It's because then productions can get more room to tell the tale. They can have like, and one example I'll bring up is I Know Zero.
It's all this,
That one
dude.
should have been
Okay,
3.
yeah,
this,
it's
dude.
all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But I think that I had to agree with you. If they give more Plastic Memory more time, I think it could have been better. But that's all for execution.
Could have been like a Ghost in the
Sue
Shell.
says. But if anything, if it was 24 episodes, it could be just as bad if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I agree with you on that one too. Because I said they might not even be able to tell all the darker sides in 12, 13 episodes.
Well, I'm guilty when Andrew says that we ask more from a series.
Yeah.
In my case, I believe that they have to choose a different endpoint for this kind of story. That's what
Explain,
I asked for.
Sue.
Yeah, you see, the thing is, in these anime originals, they tend to go through a ton of different arcs, introducing a ton of characters, but then they don't really, delve into backstory.
Yeah,
for
honestly,
them.
like,
But
yeah,
then
for
if they
this
just had one set of characters to introduce and they just had one arc to work on in that 13 episode series, and that being the end point, I think they would be able to develop characters better, and they don't have to toss around, I don't know,
like everything.
yeah. See, the thing is,
Because
when Garrick says that they should do 36 episodes seasons or something like that, there's a problem with that. Is that they'll have a difficulty to write, just events that are happening in the episodes.
Man, girl, put that banana bread away,
Yeah,
man.
put that down.
Put it away. But anyways, I have to agree with you. Because, like, you know how it was weird because they try to fit in some backstories with some of the minor characters like Kazuki, Michiru, and Eru. I can't believe Eru got a backstory. So the mechanic chick, the blonde hair.
Oh yeah, she did.
She got a backstory in one of the episodes.
Honestly, they didn't have to do that.
Exactly. My point is that some of these characters, it's like, okay, I don't get why Eru got it. Kazuki and Michiru, I think, are more important in the story, but it's kind of weird how they just put that in there too.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I didn't feel the need to, because if you weren't gonna focus on any of these characters, you might as well not have developed them in the first place.
Too much they're trying to do into it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, Katsuki definitely has a bigger role in the story since she was Ayla's previous partner. So I get that, but Michiru's like,
they also.
I didn't think Michiru was that.
I think Michiru is a pretty. They also.
Yeah, she's.
They also hint that there was an office romance with Kazuki, but they never delve into it.
With 13 episodes. Well, Randy's problem right now is that they don't have to go into it.
They don't have to. They don't need to.
I feel like it was just kind of like there was a lot of like, plot points that were just kind of like swept under the rug.
Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, when they found Marcia or whatever in that arc, at the end of the arc, in the next episode, it was episode 5 when Marcia turns into a wanderer. Episode 6 where they clear all that up, and then episode 6 they're all like, we cleared up all the black market retrievers in that one episode. I was like, wait a minute, this is crazy. This world should be way bigger than that.
The universe feels small.
The universe feels super small.
Yeah.
Not to mention, Marcia was the only Wanderer case in 3 years. I don't believe that.
Yeah, that's
I don't believe that at all.
Well, maybe Giftias only exist in that town.
That's true.
That could be true, but
that company created
Giftias. I don't know. For me personally, I think from where I'm sitting at, it's like this universe, I think, is a lot bigger than that.
Well, I feel like also like maybe the Giftias, like, since it's kind of like supposed to be like Japan. Maybe Giftias are more, influenced in Japan compared to like outside.
Well, I don't know. A&M says that the world.
Yeah. If there's Giftia in Japan, there's probably Giftia in America too. But
it's a hot commodity in this universe.
They don't really go into the universe. So it was just kind of sad.
They don't ever tell you.
And that's why I keep stressing this, is that the premise drags down the story, man. It's like
or the
that's
story.
Just
Okay,
the other way around.
It could be the other way around too.
Like I said, I think Endpoint.
There's a certain like imbalance with this anime.
Endpoint should have been at the end of Marcia's arc. Had this epic fight, and just I wanted to say this for them, but turn Plastic Memories into a fight.
No, you don't even. We can talk about it now, because honestly, like, that's what I would have liked to see. But the difference is between like me watching this and like Sue watching and Garrick watching is Garrick marathon this. I think Sue, you watch it week to week, right?
Week to week.
Week to week. The difference is that I marathoned it knowing that it wasn't gonna be in action. But if you watch it week to week, right, Sue, explain yourself. Explain yourself. I know you have something to say watching this week to week. There's a difference, right?
Well,
when you like marathon. Because
I do have a lot of things to say, but I'm not sure what you want me to say.
I don't know. Just say whatever. But anyways, no, what I was getting at is that for me it was different because I already kind of knew what it was going to be when I marathoned it. I was like, and then I saw the Marcia arc and I liked it, and I was like, I knew it was just gonna go back to the office romance stuff.
Yeah.
But then watching it week to week, you would expect something different after watching the Marcia arc, right?
The saddest part is that while I was watching the Marcia arc, and I expected action out of this episode, but at the same time, I know this is not gonna go anywhere.
It's like too good to be true.
It's in the back end of your mind, and it haunts me really. Although,
no, because that's why when you were telling me about it, they could be like some cool Ghost in the Shell anime. I'm like, wait a minute, and I watched it, I'm like, oh, this is what Sue's talking about.
Yeah, in that arc. But then it goes back. It's just like, dang, you guys could have Ghost in the Shell this.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool, to be honest.
I have personal attachment to the anime when I read the synopsis because it kind of reminded me of a past relationship I had, and that's kind of like the main reason why I got into it.
Did you cry the last episode, Gary?
I did cry. Actually. I did. I
Cried them manly tears.
I did cry those manly tears. I was watching the last episode of the Ferris wheel moment, and I mean, the music popped on, and I'm like, I'm not gonna cry, and it just kept going. I'm like, I'm still not gonna cry, and it just kind of welled up, and I'm just like, I'm just going it back, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna cry.
Oh my god.
And then
the manly tears.
And then at the very end,
stacked.
and then at the very end, he puts the ring on her, shuts her down, carries her out the Ferris wheel before it
starts
ends.
crying some
And
more.
I was like, oh my god, then that's when it started. It was like the floodgates are open.
Okay, see, in terms of execution throughout the entire series, I felt like they did a average job before just that Ferris wheel scene where they throw in that song. The theme song is called Again and Again, and when that song comes on, just that sequence was the feelings. I
Yeah.
actually felt it. I didn't tear up, but
I
felt-
teared up
felt
because
the
I
feelings.
had like I said, personal attachment to it.
Yeah.
So and I knew it was gonna happen because I mean,
Yeah, everyone knew it was gonna
Yeah.
happen.
I think it was pretty obvious. But when I was watching it, I don't think I was like this is like it was predictable. It's like,
Randy, you
it
haven't
was
had
just
that moment of being able to feel it.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah,
I had
Randy-
my share, but it wasn't.
Randy's not into these type of
I'm
anime.
not into the
yeah.
yeah. Now if it was
He's
like
into
if it was plastic
ninjas and
memories,
slayers.
if it was like plastic memories, like action, I would have been
Ghost in a
so
Shell.
I would have been all over it, man. It would have been so cool.
I looked at Randy's face as he was watching this, and it was
It's the face of disgust.
okay. At
Just
the end of
kidding,
the
not
first
that.
episode, it was the face of disgust.
Yeah, first episode.
Episodes like
nah.
in the middle episodes, it was like the face of boredom. Like he
Yeah,
looked
no.
so
Honestly, the middle episodes are freaking boring, dude.
Honestly, I'm so glad I did not marathon this anime.
It was so hard because what I was doing, right? I was trying to marathon it. Then I'll stop midway through an episode, go play some League of Legends, and then go back to watching it again. And I did that like 3 times while watching this.
Wow, that's insane.
So I was like, man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't straight up marathon.
It was just too
See,
boring for you.
when it was first released every week, I would find difficulties to put open the episode and watch it. And when I watched it, I was half focused on it. That's just I don't know. That says so much about it.
Yeah,
It
no,
being
honestly,
average.
It's like, especially when you can't remember what happens in like the middle episodes. Maybe besides the Marcia arc, it's like everything after that was like pretty much garbage to me.
Well, anything before the Marcia arc too was kind of difficult to remember. I remember them going shopping for tea or something like that.
Yeah, they go shopping. They go shopping. No, they went shopping for tea like at
they
least
went shopping
twice.
like 3 times.
Yeah, they went shopping for
Yeah.
tea at least twice, and then went shopping for clothes for Isla.
I
Cause
mean-
remember she like went shopping once. She ripped her clothes, and then they go shopping with her again, and then she gets some clothes.
So he doesn't remember this.
I
at
don't
all.
remember this.
No.
I remember the first episode vividly because I watched it 5 times.
This guy, dude. This
Oh,
guy.
man.
We watched it with 5 different people,
Yep.
and he's like, "Man, I wish I could stop watching it."
Your brother Byron's gonna show up one day and it's like, dude, Andrew, I saw this anime. It's really cool. You want to watch it with
No,
me? It's gonna
no,
come
he
out
watched-
episode 1.
Oh
He
my
watched it.
gosh.
He watched a little bit with us, and he was like, "Is this anime even good?" And we're like, "It's okay. It's not your type of anime for sure."
Yeah, no. I mean, dang, man. It's
Like I said, you have that
It's
personal
meh.
attachment to go through it. Like
No,
I did.
Well, I don't think you have
need
to have
You don't
personal
need to. You don't need
attachment.
to.
As long as it has the concept. Well, no. Anyone can be interested to any concept, but it's execution that gets people, to keep watching.
And in this case, it didn't.
It didn't have the
Average job.
execution.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I had a difficult time watching it week to week basis. But the concept, I like the concept. That's why I stayed tuned.
Yeah,
I
the
stayed
concept, the
tuned to it.
premise, the androids. I liked all that and stuff like that. I thought that was cool. They could have turned it to action. I think it would have been
Even
cooler.
better. Even better.
Actually, that's debatable, but personally, that's just my personal taste. If they did the action piece with it, I think it would have been so sick to watch that stuff.
Should we go on to the next thing?
What else you guys want to say about the story? Anything else?
Or characters.
Or characters? Let's go with characters. Let's
for-
talk
Okay,
about
let's
some
talk about
characters.
characters. Yeah.
Okay,
Go for it.
see, I felt like the characters were so boring. I could not care about the characters. Maybe Isla, but I didn't really care about the main characters.
What about this Sudan?
The
Ginger,
Ginger?
Michiru.
Ginger, Michiru?
Yeah.
Not really,
Not really.
because
Average.
Yeah.
she is so typical.
Okay, yeah,
She is
okay,
so
the
cliche.
thing about, honestly, the thing about this anime is that with everything it's trying to do, it's like so average across the board. Even with
Yeah.
its characters, it's
Yeah.
so average. It's like, it's ridiculous how average this anime is.
They basically give the each character one aspect of a personality, one emotion, right? And then they play on that same
Emotion.
throughout
Yeah,
the
it
entire
almost
series.
feels like there's no depth with the characters at all.
Every time someone says something outrageous or something that she doesn't expect, she'll be silent for like 2 seconds, and then she'll make a
Are
loud
you talking about
outburst.
Michiru?
Yeah, Michiru.
Yeah, she's all like,
She's always quiet.
She's always calling
and then
people
outbursts.
amateurs.
It's like, oh man, you
Yeah.
did that, or something like that.
She's your typical straight up to.
And then we all know the busty chick. I can't remember.
Edu?
Edu. We know she's the
She's
really
like the
weird type.
perverted.
She
she's the
comes
perverted
in,
chick.
says stuff, does stuff, then someone drags her out. We know that's gonna happen.
Kazuki's you're basically just your like older sister boss that
Yeah.
gets
Yep.
drunk.
See, but my problem about that is that she didn't really do anything in the anime.
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
No one does.
That's true.
No one
does.
does.
No one does anything.
Yeah, the story's not about them though. That's why.
Even in episode 1 though, the main character is like, I felt like I didn't do anything.
Even
But
the
that's because he didn't do anything.
Well, when I saw that, it signified that he wanted to,
To
do,
do
something.
something, that's true.
And
but then yeah, he wanted
that's why.
to do
That's
something.
why in the next few episodes, he kept asking people advice.
Mm.
Remember when Michiru caught him talking to the was it blue haired Giftia?
Oh
the
yeah,
other
yeah,
guy?
Constance,
yeah,
Constance.
Constance.
Yeah, Constance.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's something that I like about the character of the main character.
It's like he's
that
looking
he was,
forward.
yeah, he was trying to do that, but obviously, it's like we didn't see it pay off almost.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it pay
Yeah,
off because
it's like that.
I totally forgot that he had that drive
Yeah,
while
it,
watching.
it's like it totally shifted gears. So
See, that's the thing about this anime with the way it's written, the way it's executed is that I feel like it almost has trouble trying to figure out what its tone wants to be.
Well,
Because in that first episode, right, I was watching it, I really liked the granny and the little
girl,
kid, the
yeah.
little girl gift you, that small little arc in the episode. And then right after that's done, they go into some like comedic thing. And I was in the feels already, right, watching that. Because I thought that was a really sad and happy moment when they had to achieve the little girl.
Yeah.
And then it's like, they go into like comedy stuff with Michi or with Isla needing to use the bathroom while she's driving. And it's like, there's nowhere else to go. I was like, I hated that so much.
yeah.
I was telling Angie yesterday when I was watching it, I hate that so much.
The obligatory
Because-
random joke.
Yeah, because the tonal shift was so huge for me that I could not take it. It was that bad for me. Because if the episode just ended there, I would have been happy. It was a
Yeah.
good first episode. And then they go into this stupid crap that I didn't like. Or that, okay, it was funny, but I didn't like that being placed at the end like that. Because it completely ruined the tone for me.
Mm.
I didn't like it at all. Like, everything else up to that point was, like, really good. But they had to screw it up with that. That's just for me personally.
Like I said, obligatory random joke. Boom, right at the end.
And they do so much of that throughout this whole season. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I thought they kept the comedy pretty low.
No, you're
No.
No, like lower than in other ones compared. Like
See,
if I
it's
compare
like you get 2 minutes of serious talk and then boom, joke. 1 minute of serious talk, boom, joke. And then he does that.
the
over
tone's
and
all
over.
over the place, and then you got a serious moment, joke,
Yeah.
and then something like bad's gonna happen, joke.
Yeah, that's also one thing I don't like about Michiru's characters when she.
Oh, you're
Has
talking
that
about,
outburst-
you're talking about her alone?
Well, no,
Yeah, no,
we're talking about
okay,
a lot of
the
stuff.
whole
We're
thing.
talking about the
Well,
whole thing.
especially
And
when
now we're talking
Michiru.
about
Mi-
Michiru.
Michiru-
Michiru has inner dialogue with her tsundere little self,
Ah,
and then
so-
she.
That's funny.
Well, like we were just watching it where Michiru was talking with Tsukasa when they were sitting on the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're talking serious talk, and then she like stands up, outbursts, as in I don't know.
Just I'm gonna support you and everything.
No, it just doesn't feel right. Her character to react that way. I know we don't need that. It's a serious moment. Keep us, in the zone.
I think it's
But
better.
I feel like Michiru really throws the pace off.
The thing is, it's like they don't keep the tone static, so it's like you get your emotions are all over the place when you're watching this. It's like
It's hard to get into.
yeah, that's exactly it. It's
Yeah.
hard to get into because you can't get into it because the characters themselves aren't really even into it. They're like doing all this random crap.
It's not
and stuff.
relatable.
Nope, not at all, man. That's why I had so much trouble watching these middle episodes, aside from the Marcia arc, because at least in the Marcia arc, it knew exactly what it wanted to do with its art. Everything else is just like, what are we trying to do? What are we trying to do? We're gonna do this, that, da 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 da. We're gonna insert the lovey-dovey moment with the insert joke and stuff like that.
I felt like the Marcia arc was fresh because it did something that none of the other arcs did.
Yeah.
And that was like adding tension to the
Yeah,
series.
I mean, I think that's why I don't know. I liked it. The Marcia arc for me, this anime, the Marcia arc was actually the peak for me. Maybe aside from the last episode.
Well, yeah, the last episode's still my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite too.
But yeah,
So
characters.
out of everything,
I think
we talked about how it was average.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think if there's something above average, it's animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the animation, like honestly, was actually pretty solid. That's why I'm saying if they did the action thing, it would have been pretty sick to watch this stuff.
I agree.
Because
Although they could have had the action in episode 6, they didn't do that much action.
yeah, no, they had that one scene where he just shoots Marcia.
Yeah. Well, that did look cool though when.
And then he barely doesn't hit Isla. Or he shot the beam and then it shows Isla in that cool scene dodging it.
Yeah, no, it looked
Dodged
cool
it.
though. It looked cool.
Yeah, no, that scene looked cool. I was like, damn, this is pretty sick. And then you don't get any of that the rest of the episodes. It was like,
It's kind of weird though. I went to look
Isn't
up
that
some
how
of
it ended,
the.
though?
What was that?
No, that's not how it ended.
I thought
that happened like at the first half of the first half of the episode.
I thought that's how it ended.
The part where she dodges the. Well, not dodges, but he shoots
Yeah, he
Marcia.
shoots. In episode 6,
shoots
because they don't
Marcia.
reveal that in at the end of episode 5.
Well-
We see that he shoots a gun.
Well,
but
no,
we
no,
don't
Oh,
see
so
who
is
he
that
hits.
episode 5 that's how it happened?
Is that
Yeah.
6? 7 is the one where they show.
I thought it was
acting.
5.
No, it's 6. It was,
Okay, it's 6. Okay.
Yeah, it's at the
But,
end of 6 is where he shot it, and then you don't see what happens. 'Cause
See,
you
I
don't
got
know
my
what-
episodes wrong.
you
but
don't
you get where I'm at.
Alright,
You get
I
where
don't think we
I-
need to
yeah.
know this.
Yeah, it's,
I went to look up some of the animes that Dogo Kobo has produced. It's kind of weird. I feel like they did a pretty bad job before, but I think they've gone better. They've done something like 11
how about
Eyes.
music quality? What'd you think of the music?
And we're talking about the animation stuff.
Yeah.
right
You're
now.
still talking about
Yeah.
animation? Okay.
Yeah. They did
So
11 Eyes, and
Eyes-
I swear that
Wait, they did
anime
11
was,
Eyes?
It wasn't that good.
it wasn't
they
good
did.
either.
I
What
like the
else?
story to it, but whatever, that's another topic.
They did a ton of other stuff. Dogo Kobo has been around for a while, but I don't think they've done anything that good, that amazing.
Yeah.
That's why when I first saw Dogo Kobo do Married to what was it, The Unknown, I think that they did that one 2 seasons ago. And
I don't think I watched that.
I didn't watch it. It's not familiar.
it's a comedy one.
Yeah.
Dogo Kobo did it, and I was like, "What the? I've never heard of this animation studio before." And I looked up at their list, and boom,
There's a huge list.
this is a
Yeah.
huge list, man. It's I'd say it's more than any Kill Annie,
You serious?
which is a lot because Kill Annie has been around for a while too. But yeah, I don't know. I think Dogo
This
Kobo
is
did an
some
okay
classic
job.
memories.
They-
Wait, so Sue, they did 11 Eyes, right?
Yeah, they did 11 Eyes.
Andrew might know more of this. This might be a little bit off topic, but is 11 Eyes a visual novel or?
It's a visual novel.
It is a visual novel?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, look that up later.
It's
Yeah.
not translated.
Damn.
GG, got the answer
Owned.
right away.
So
But
yeah, I
anyways,
thought
yeah.
the animation in 11 Eyes wasn't that good, but in Plastic Memories,
It was actually pretty solid.
yeah,
It was
I thought
good.
it was pretty solid.
It was
It's
solid.
better than average. I'll
Yeah,
say that.
it was way better.
Oh, if they did the action piece though, it would have been so good.
Yeah, the most action we
I
got
think-
was a kick.
Well,
I think that they didn't utilize it.
well, maybe if they do future animations, they might, produce a little bit something better.
Okay, what I want to
Hopefully,
see
yeah.
from, because I like the universe, right? So if they did a spin-off or like a sequel, I want them to chase down Wanderers and actually fight.
Ghosts in the memories.
That would be pretty cool.
Ghost in the Machines.
Memories.
Machines.
These are
No, we have
terrible
to
names.
tie it. We have to tie it into
Yeah.
plastic memories.
Plastic Memories, Ghost Hunters.
All right, let's stop it. These are terrible names.
Yeah, no, the animation's solid. I like it. I like it.
All right.
Especially when she jumps off the freaking balcony in episode
That
one.
was good. I
That
like
was
that.
good. I like that. And when she's like prepping, or when she runs, when she's trying to go hit like Marcia, I think that scene was cool. Cause she sets up her run and then like the static electricity flies off her feet. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's just me though. I don't know. Maybe
No,
it's-
I still think that it's just above average, just a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying things I like about
See,
it.
the thing is, Plastic Memories didn't have too much happening for them to tap into that potential of animation. That's why it's only above average. But it's not bad enough where you notice anything bad.
It's not bad enough where everything's static and it looks like there wasn't that much effort.
Yeah.
In
If you
drawing
start
it.
noticing that stuff, that's
Yeah.
when you can say it's below
It's bad.
average.
Yeah. Exactly. So
Example anime for bad animation.
I could just chuck out 11 Eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also had bad.
well, I've
action.
never seen 11 Eyes with.
It also had
for
bad
all.
action.
Yeah.
No, it's very.
All right, for music, I thought music was
Ah.
solid, average.
Solid
it did
average,
its job, but it wasn't amazing. It's pretty cliche and it works pretty well to just chuck in songs whenever you're trying to get something to happen. You know, like at the end of an episode, the ending
Yeah.
song comes on, and then it tries to build up for the next episode. It did that a lot
And
for
it
this
worked.
anime, and I guess it worked. It wasn't amazing, like, but
No.
it's just solid.
Everything about this anime screaming average.
Average.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a little bit above average, and like Andrew said, solid. I liked it. It did its work. It got me. You know, I could kind of like get pulled into their world a little bit more for every song coming on. For that, you know, for the moments, and yeah.
I have a different take on it. Even though I've said before in Danmachi, well, we haven't had that with Sylv yet, but
Sue, you don't need to say it.
yeah, I know.
Andrew, hurry up.
It doesn't. The soundtrack doesn't necessarily have to have all standout tracks. They just have to work. But in the case of a Slice Life, I feel like I should be able to listen to a couple of them at least. But I feel like again and again is probably just it's a standout track amongst the soundtrack. But I feel like everything else is below average. I wouldn't listen to them at all.
I think
And then
I
you have
agree
the
with Sue.
you
Just
have the
'cause,
opening and ending themes that aren't good either, or below average.
I
guess
agree
you
with
could say.
Sue. The music didn't exactly pull me in. I think what pulled me in was basically the story between the two main characters. If that's saying
So
anything.
did you think the music was bad though?
I didn't think it was bad, but I think
it
it's
was
below
good.
average.
I think it was
That.
below average. Really?
I'd say so.
Okay. So what do you think is average?
No, because it didn't pull me in. Average should be at least you'd be able to pull you in. I didn't really.
Really? Okay.
No, because I didn't pay attention to the music at all. If the music was playing, I was like, okay, whatever. So I didn't really care for too much.
But
For the music.
maybe you're too focused on the story, and that you had to kind of like marathon it to get into the music.
I wouldn't necessarily doubt
Nah, not
doubt you on
really.
there. I would actually agree with
Because
you on
honestly, when you watch this, for me at least, I wasn't paying attention to the music. I was paying attention to the situations that they're put in, and how they overcome whatever they have to do, basically.
that. I might be a bit biased because, see, the thing is, if the only song I can hear throughout the entire anime is Again and Again, then I believe that the soundtrack is below average.
Oh no!
I should be able to at least be able to pay attention to some of the other music.
I feel like that song just kind of just spoke out for itself though, compared to like some of the other songs. I still.
No,
Yeah.
that's it right there. That's why I believe that the soundtrack, the entire soundtrack is below average. If that one track is so much better than everything else, it means that one is just like the soundtrack is pretty weak.
Okay, I guess I can agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you don't really
Is
have
that
to
the
agree.
same thing for Danmachi then? It only
Yeah.
had one good track.
Yeah,
and
only
everything else was
Danmachi had-
average.
Yeah, Danmachi.
In my opinion, it was average. That, in your opinion, that would make it below average.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I agree with Andrew on that.
Garrick agrees with everyone today.
What the heck? Not
Well,
exactly.
no, it's just everything's. It's just
I
everything.
think Garrick is the one who likes this the most out of all
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
would
not gonna lie.
I would disagree with you for saying Garrick agrees with everyone today.
Yeah, the
So
only
what are we
person,
getting at here, guys?
the only person I most disagree with is Randy.
Shut up, Garrick.
Shut up, Randy.
Can't say that's
for
my line.
for
Nope.
what Andrew had to say. I wouldn't disagree with that statement. I actually agree with it. In my case for Danmachi, I heard most of the songs, and I feel like I would re-listen to some of them.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't disagree with your statement at all.
No, he liked it.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just straight up.
Yeah,
He likes
because
it.
because
he likes
this
Danmachi
really
more
is
than-
Yeah.
plastic memories. Yeah.
this topic truly is opinion.
It's
Yeah.
a
So,
thing basis,
yeah.
basically, yeah. I mean,
I agree with that. I'd listen to Danmachi
Okay.
over Plastic Memories, the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because I think Danmachi does have a good soundtrack. But I think Plastic Memories is just average. There's nothing that was bad.
No.
Like, there's definitely animes I can think of that
Have
bad
bad
soundtracks.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
And Plastic Memories didn't fall under that category for me.
Yeah, they didn't have anything bad. It was just, I will say they had average, and like Andrew said again and again, and it was the one track that stood out the most in
Okay.
that. But since I'm repeating what everyone else is saying, you want to move on to Seiyus?
Yeah, let's talk about seiyus. Anything standoutish in this anime?
If anything, if something stood out, it was bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain. Tell us more.
The
Give
main
us more
dude.
meat,
The main dude.
The main
Give us more meat.
dude.
The main dude.
Alright.
The voice actor for Tsukasa
Sorry,
Mizugaki,
honestly.
Yasuaki Takumi. The moment I heard his voice when he showed up on screen, I'm just like,
So average.
what the heck?
It's too average for me.
I feel like his voice doesn't encompass the true emotions of the main character Tsukasa.
Like his sadness, happiness, or his love for
Everything.
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 Okay.
I feel
Okay,
like I feel like
gotcha.
he did good. He did fine.
Honestly, for me,
So
I can't
you
say
wanna know
much.
who did fine? Sora Amamiya for Isla. But
Yeah, Isla did really good.
I feel like Sora Amamiya didn't have to try too hard for Isla because Isla didn't. I swear she didn't talk.
Isla was like
She
mainly
talked-
monotone.
Yeah, she was
She was
monotone. She spoke the same way throughout pretty much the entire.
Yeah.
Except in the diaries. That was
Yeah, the diaries are
Yeah.
pretty.
the
funny.
diaries are like something different, but whatever. That's a different thing. But yeah, I can't say much about seiyus. I really don't know enough to like
Well,
talk about this stuff.
did you like the voices?
I like.
I guess they
boil
were
it down
solid.
to-
I felt like
Yeah.
the voices matched some of the characters.
I guess the voices
Yeah.
were solid for what they were.
Yeah, but that's what he was saying before. It's like there's no problem, so they don't stand out. They were fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the one that really stood out was the main dude because his
That's you though. That's your.
was
opinion.
mismatched. Wait,
No, I agree with that.
You
too.
agree
Yeah.
It
with
was-
that too? I felt like he was fine. He did fine to me.
I feel like for a main character, you need to have some sort of charismatic,
yeah,
something to draw you to like the character, and his voice was very. Because it's average, that's the problem
Yeah.
with it.
the main character
yeah,
has to be
yeah.
unique.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I have to agree with you on that because I like the other male characters more than I like the main character. Like the drunk dude, even that dude who like messes around with people, even Zach, that little blonde-haired kid, Gifty, is
Oh, yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
Constance.
Constance. He's voiced by Overlord.
Really? Noise. He's voiced by Ainz, man.
Yeah.
Ainz old gone.
Oh my gosh.
But Overlord is gonna be a different topic. For
Oh yeah,
another
we'll,
day.
we'll talk about that one too.
We might not even.
Oh, well, really?
I don't know. We could.
I don't know.
But
Depends.
whatever. Anything else on like the quality? I think everything.
No, it's
I'm telling you,
not-
everything, story,
I know, it's
everything,
just so-
like production,
It's not terrible.
screaming average.
not bad.
Screaming average.
It could have been
Yeah.
good, but it's just average.
If it was bad, I would have dropped it.
Yeah.
But it's average,
Yeah.
so I watched it pretty much every week.
Okay, so then
Oh, my foot.
should we go with rating?
Rating
Yeah,
time.
let's get to rating time, man.
All right, so for those of you who don't know, we
Okay.
have a new rating system,
We actually use it.
and for this rating system, granted our name is A-rated. If we think the anime is the best, we'll give it an A rating. For B rating, that means it's just good. For C rating, it's average, and the last one is D rating, and that means we thought it was bad.
Avoid it.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Oh, you don't have to avoid it. It's
Yeah.
fun.
You can watch it.
You can watch it. Go ahead.
It's just we think it's bad.
Because honestly, I don't want to keep people from watching it.
Yeah, exactly. So
And plus, that's just a personal taste. So like,
Yeah.
it's up to you to decide.
we'll start it from the bottom.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Start it from my left.
Oh,
Sue,
hey.
what did you think of it?
C rating.
C rating.
Yep.
You want to explain why?
Okay, yeah, you explain it.
There was something to like about pretty much anything in the anime, but there were a lot of things that I could care less about. So it's average. It's C rating.
Completely agree with that. C rating for me.
My turn.
Yeah.
No.
All right, no. C rating for me because I wanted them to pull more out of the world. But they didn't do that. It's just focused on the characters and the story. But I wanted more of the world, and I wish that they went more into like the Marcia arc and stuff like that. But Like I said,
That was more interesting to you than
that was more interesting to me
Yeah,
than the
love
whole
story,
series
yeah.
overall.
the love story. Yeah.
Than the love story. Way more interesting than the love story. But yeah, like I said before, this anime is like screaming average. So see.
All right, Garrett.
I want to give it like the in between a C and a B, but since I have to kind of pick one
Just
or the
choose
other,
one.
yeah,
B, dude.
I'll give it a B just because I have more emotional attachment to a past relationship with this type of thing that is kind of similar to it, and then out of the 13 episodes, I thought it executed nicely. Just for the 13 episodes, there's a lot of plot holes that is missing in it, unfortunately. But like I said, as I have emotional attachment to it, I give it an extra B.
This is gonna be A-rated.
We ain't got much to say.
Yeah.
That's it. Plastic Memories,
Plastic Memories is a
A-rated.
wrap.
It's a